Hi everyone, me again, coming to you from the Cherohala Skyway. Susan and I decided we would take a ride up here. We kind of got rained out yesterday. We got a little bit wet, but not too bad. But today's supposed to be a nice day, and we haven't been up to the Skyway here in a while. We do not run the whole length of it all the way to Tellico Plains. I think that's 40 some odd miles. But we will go up here to up near one of the highest elevation. There's a really nice picnic area up there, a couple picnic tables, pretty nice view. Susan brought some lunch, and so we're going to go up there and take it easy. But I thought I'd video this since I haven't been quite a while. It's really a nice road. If you haven't been on the Skyway, it's definitely something to visit while you're here. If you do go all the way into Tellico Plains, the Tellico Falls are there. You can see them. Those are really nice. I don't know what kind of access you have right now. I saw on Facebook that they had just finished redoing the bridge that goes over the river right at the falls, and they really made it nice. They widened it out. They put some tables where you could stop and sit, maybe have lunch or whatever, and really enjoy it. But I don't know what kind of shape the road is in. They were saying they were still working on the road, and I don't know whether that means that you can't get in there or not. But if you go all the way to Tellico Plains, there are lots of good places there to eat. If you want to stay there, there's Tellico Lodges there, several other places that are really nice. And it's really worth the trip. It'd be a nice day trip. What you can do if you're really ambitious, you can go to Tellico Plains from, say, Robbinsville, which we did, and go all the way to Tellico Plains, and then take a right when you get to Tellico Plains and head northeast on, I think it's 441, and you go all the way up and you'll run into 129, which just so happens to be the Tail of the Dragon. So you can take a right there, come on in, come all the way through the Tail of the Dragon, and ride right back into Robbinsville again. Makes for a really interesting loop. It's an all-day thing, and if I were doing it, I'd stop and eat lunch or something like that, just so that you know, everybody can. So it isn't such of a big big endurance thing. But we're pulling over here because we're not fast, so we're going to pull over and let the people go by that want to go by, and that way we don't feel rushed and we don't have to run faster than we want to run. But it's really nice. This is not technical in any way. There are a couple of turns that, because it's a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit, might be a little bit where you might have to slow down just a little bit, but mostly it's just nice sweepers, pretty view. There are a lot of trees on the view side, so you won't have wide open vistas very often. Maybe at a couple of the pull-offs you can see them, but for the most part you got a good bit of trees right here. The Blue Ridge Parkway is better for just, you know, wide open vistas, and actually the what is it, the Foothills Parkway, which is over near the end of the Dragon, it's actually got some really nice vistas for if you want to look out over. You want to look out over the mountainside and all that stuff. But it's really nice. A lot of places like here you can pull off. Oh, we're going to pull off here. I don't quite know why, but we are. But this one's one of the spots. Got some picnic tables. We've stopped here before. What? No, what are you looking for? The place we go? It's way up there. You're not going to mess up. You'll know it when you see it. Yeah, she pulled off at the very first one, and it's miles and miles up here. We're at 3,000 feet. It's going to be real close to 5,000 feet when we get up there. So she was just confused. We could stop and eat where she wants to, really, but our plan was to go to the top. Now, with Susan and I, our plans don't always work out. Sometimes they get changed without one or the other of us telling the other. So sometimes there's confusion. She just wanted to be sure we were headed to the right one. As you can see, it's a little bit of moisture on the road here. They might have had some rain this morning. It's actually still calling for, I think on my phone, calling for like 60% chance of rain today. It's supposed to not be till later in the afternoon, but you know, it looks like they've had a little bit of moisture here, and this could be left over from yesterday. It's really funny. I have an Android phone. Susan has an iPhone. I've got a netbook and a Samsung netbook, and she's got an iPad. And so she's all Apple and I'm all not. And all four of them give different forecasts for the area. Now, part of it might be because I have mine set for Toccoa Valley. It's an option where they predict. They don't actually do weather observations there, but they do predictions for it. She does either Robbinsville or Andrews, which is on the way up here. Andrews is a little far away, but just depends on what her device is picking up. But you know, it's kind of funny. You just can't trust the weatherman. You never cancel a ride because the weatherman says it's going to rain. Because if you do, you know it won't rain. Yesterday was kind of funny. I posted a little short video of it raining on us as we were headed back toward the camper. And what was funny was we got back to the camper and we hadn't been there an hour, and the skies cleared up. It didn't rain another drop for the rest of the day. We could have put in another 3 or 4 hours riding, but by that time we were drying off and had some lunch, and we're just being lazy. And I decided I'd start working on videos, so we just kind of chilled. We're fortunate we get to come up here about 3 times a year, stay a week at a time, and so we're not quite so frantic about having to ride every minute we're up here. We do really love to ride. We've been sitting all winter, so you know, we don't really have our bodies in tune with riding for long distances. Susan's getting a little tired, and I am too, but we're not straining. Today is not going to be a, you know, maximum G-force, go as fast as we can day. We just don't do that sort of thing. And I already rode the Dragon, where I get a pretty good workout, but that's just the way that goes. Got a couple of guys moving up. If we get to a straightaway, they can go on by us. I'm gonna pull over here for him, let him go by, and then I'll be behind this truck. That's great. Well, good for me. I fucked up. Oh well. That's the way it goes. I get to a straightaway, I'll go around it. But that's just the way these things work. You know, you pull over for somebody. Just so happened I couldn't hit a straightaway where those guys could go by. And this would have been a good one, but you know how it goes. It just doesn't work out sometimes. Not supposed to pass there, but by golly, paint's worn, so it could be a spotted, could be a passing zone. Who knows? Anyway, we're not so frantic about coming up here so that we have to, you know, ride every single day from 9 in the morning till 5 at night. We usually ride about half a day and find our way back to the campground. And if we feel like another little short ride, there are plenty of rides within about 10 or 15 minutes of the campground that are nice places to go, and we'd like to go there. The Fontana Dam is there. We haven't been to the dam yet this trip. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I'm not really sure. She said something about maybe Needmore Road. I know she likes Needmore a lot. If we go to Needmore, we probably won't go to Fontana Dam. But it's kind of opposite direction, but we'll see how it goes. As you can see, these are nice little sweepers. Like I said, it's 45 through here. I'm just going 35, 40. Taking it easy, no hurries. Here's this 25-mile-an-hour corners, which, you know, at 35 are nothing. You know, 45, they're a little more technical, but it's not really. I mean, these are just constant radius turns, no issue at all. There she is. She's way up there. Those other fast movers went on by her. Alright, we just hit 4,000 feet of elevation. Got another 1,000 feet, a little ways to go. We'll be up there at our picnic area. It's been a really nice trip so far. It's been a little wet. We've had some, have to skirt a little bit of rain here and there, but you know, first week of May, that's kind of what you expect. This is the iffiest weather of the whole time we come up here. And we picked this time because this time of year because it's the week of our anniversary. And we could always go another time, but you know, it works out good for us to go this time of year. With luck, next year we'll be able to, or maybe even later this year, we'll be able to, maybe we can squeeze another trip in. We'll have to see. It's not expensive at all to stay at the at Iron Horse because we camp. We bring our own food. You know, so really the only real expense for us is the camp area, and they're very reasonable on that. I don't know what it is this year, but whatever it is, it's well worth it. We used to eat a lot of meals there, but kind of silly to have a camper with a kitchen and all that in it and not bring what we normally eat at home. So there you go. There you get a little bit of an idea, a little more of a view from this area. It's really nice through here. I'll just ride a little bit here and try not to talk too much. How about that? If you're not a rider, if you're driving, if you happen to be in a car, which sometimes I've been up here a couple times in a nice car, rainy weather or cold or whatever. This is a really nice road in a car. Smooth, like I said, pretty much constant radius, corners, lots of good views, lots of places to pull off and stop. Really nice area. Of course, we prefer the bikes, but not everyone does. And I say someday maybe we'll be in a car doing this. I don't know that we'll always be riding. I hope to always be riding, but you know, you never know. See how things go. See how our health is. Right now we're in acceptable health. Are we in great health? No. You don't get to our age and be in great health, but we're nothing life-threatening. Hopefully, so. You know, or you know, infirmary, or so far as I know, I'm not losing my mind. So we'll keep trying it as long as I can. As long as I can qualify for my driver's license. Got to get my driver's license again renewed this year. Because of COVID, I got to do it online last year, or last time. And in North Carolina, when you get over, I think it's over 60, 65, you only get a 5-year license instead of the normal 7 or 8 year, I forget what it is. And but this time I have to go in, and I think part of it is that positive identification thing that they're doing now. And I don't care about getting on an airplane or going into a federal building. You have to have that star on your license to do that. But I think I have to go and make sure that they have to be sure that I'm actually a person and that I'm a citizen and all that good stuff. So I got to get all that knocked out before October. So, and pretty soon the bike, lots of things will come up for inspection. I got to take Susan's bike. She's riding. I've got to take it to North Carolina to get it inspected. I got to take my Yamaha. Got to take my truck. Those 3 things are all I have left that has to be inspected in North Carolina. I'll get it all done. Three trips, or might be able to make it in 2. Just have to see how the licensing goes. I tried to go in and get it done during the COVID years, but they would only let you, they wouldn't let you just walk in. You had to have an appointment. And I'd say in July, I got online to get an appointment, and they were booked up all the way through December of that year. Didn't have a single opening. That was really disheartening, since mine was going to run out in October. So I went ahead and took advantage of being able to do it online, which was very easy and very, you know, I mean, I was born and raised in North Carolina. I think I still have every one of my driver's licenses stuck away somewhere in a drawer, and I might just take them with me when I go up there, just to show, hey, yeah, I can prove who I am. Here, look, there's every license you've ever issued to me. And but I'm not worried about that. We'll see how everything works out. And I told Susan, I said, hey, if I lose my license, you get to drive me around all the time instead of me driving her. I get to teach her how to drive the truck, and I'll ride bitch on the back of the bike, and you know, we'll go that way. Well, here, I promised I wasn't going to talk much, and I've walked all the way through. We're at 5,100 feet right now, almost 5,200. So we'll be getting there real soon. So this is just a solid climb up. If I'm trying to run quick, I find going uphill a lot faster than going downhill. Now that doesn't make much sense, but just there are more options in the corner as far as using power or brakes. When you're going downhill, you pretty much can't use power to save you. You gotta get all over the brakes all the time, and you know, this doesn't feel as confident. Doesn't feel as good. Yeah, we're up here at the top, getting real close. I don't know what the absolute highest that goes up here. Pretty close to 6,000, I think, but I don't. It's probably not. I think it's under 6. Mentioned it before. This telephone pole coming up, you see one on each side. Those are actually put in there for an endangered flying squirrel to use to cross the road, so that he doesn't have to land in the middle of the road and get run over. Never seen one on it. That's why they're endangered, I guess. There's another 2 of them down here, and I believe there's another one, oh, maybe a mile or so farther down. But apparently they live right up here at 5,000, well, 5,200 feet. They like it up here, apparently. I don't have a thermometer on anything here, but I'm sure it's pretty chilly up here. Yeah, I believe this is one of the top spots. Not sure, but I think we're at 5265 according to my thing. So I don't know what they've got. See, except for those few we let by, we haven't had anybody come up behind us. I'm running 43 about now, so you know we're not holding anybody up. I promise we will be at a little camping area very soon. This is as far as we like to go, because on the other side of it you start going down and you cross into Tennessee, and to be honest, the roads are not, well, last time we were on it, the roads were not quite as good, but the scenic overlooks are just fantastic. They really do a good job on those. And this is our spot right here. I told you it wouldn't be long. Alrighty, well, I hope you've enjoyed the ride up the Cherohala Skyway, the part that we do, and I'll film it going back down. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.